Hi everyone, it's Bob from Greybeard Models. Welcome back to the channel, and now the next stage in the Sherman Flail Tank. On the last one I ended it where I was going to make the mantlet cover and all of that. So without further ado, we'll get over to the workbench and I'll show you what I did. Okay, so if you've not used green stuff before, it's a two-part epoxy resin that you can mix together, and it will it'll end up setting, and you can sculpt it and do all sorts of things. So let's see if you know, obviously a few of you out there will know this stuff. So I'm going to take out a chunk. This is it's actually loads more than I need really, but it's a big chunk, so I'm going to take out a big chunk. I always make sure that I've got a relatively clean surface to work with. The other thing that I look at is to make sure that everything is, you know, this is all soft. If you've got it on the shelf for a while, you'll find that some of it might actually start to set, especially as you've got the two parts together that you mix together, and it makes them set. So it's a bit of a bizarre thing that they actually pack them together. You know, I find it bizarre anyway. So I'm just going to take out this bit in the middle, and the reason I'm going to take that out is that feels hard for me, and if that's hard, when you come to mix it together, those parts will stay hard and they'll end up as lumps and won't be very good. So we'll take those out, and we've got our two pieces of epoxy. They do recommend that if you're going to use this, like have like Vaseline on your hands, or a bit of water. So what I tend to do is I've always got a little drop of water about. So I put a little bit of water on our hands, just so that you've got a sort of a barrier there, effectively, to stop the epoxy sticking to your fingers. So the first thing to do is get the blue rolled out, so that, you know, as a kid, if you were like you, oh, sorry, if as a kid, if you, bloody hell, yeah, as a kid, if you were sort of, I don't know, using Play-Doh or some sort of material like that, you'd have this and you'd mix it all together. So what I tend to do is just give it a roll and then mix it all together like this, and then we start mixing it together and keep it on like that until you've got a really good sort of mixture there, because at the moment it's quite defined yellow and blue. So what we want to do is get it to a stage where actually it's green. So I'll go on and do that for a minute and I'll come back. Right, so as you can see, we've got quite a good mix going on here, and it's almost green. There's a few little streaks in it, but give it, you know, like rolls out like that. So again, you know, if you're a kid, you used to play with Play-Doh, or other modelling clays are available. You can get a really good mix of this, and then again just fold it and fold it and twist it and twist it and twist it into a lump like that, and you're good to go. So I mean, it's really easy to do. It's just time consuming a bit, and it's a bit of effort. All right, so we've got our mix of putty already ready to go. Right, the next bit. Now I use one of these plastic folders. They just give you an idea. It's one of these. You know, you get them in the stationery shops, whatever. And all I do is basically cut that off, and then cut the bit at the bottom, you know, because it's like a wallet, so that I've got this this sort of folded bit there. So what we do is we put a bit of, oh, open it up, bit of talcum powder on it. I use Johnson's baby powder, obviously, because of my skin. It keeps my skin all nice. You know, I mean, if I'm sure any other talcum powder is available out there, and you know, you can use it, the one of your choice. So put the clay in there. As you can see, it's there, and I've got this acrylic rolling pin. So the next stage is to sort of roll it out, roll the clay out, and you want to get it to as thin as you can, really. Well, it just depends on what it is you're actually trying to do. To be honest, I've got a piece here. This is one I did quite a while ago, and it's sort of rolled up like a piece of tarpaulin. So you get your rolling pin, and roll it out. And you see, because of the talcum powder, it doesn't stick, and it does actually come away off this material like that. And you've just got to get it to the thickness you want, and I mean, that's what, thin as a pancake. But you want it to the thickness that you want to do the task that you want. I mean, you can do this and you end up with a really quite thin material, and you can make all sorts of things, you know. Sort of, if you're doing figures, you can do like capes or straps. Get it thin enough, you can do things like, you know, straps for rifles or other items of equipment for a figure. Get it turned, and then you want to go the other way, and you can get it out to the thickness you want. And then, I mean, with this in mind, you've got about an hour and a half, I think it is, calling it the green stuff, about an hour and a half to sort of work it before it starts to set. And as you can see, we've got a piece there, and it's come out really thin. Now we wanted this to go onto the mantlet of the Sherman. Excuse me, it's always dust. So you can now sort of form it to the shape you want, put it into position, hold it into, you know, get it into position, hold it into position. Sometimes I use a bit of super glue just to aid it sticking, because it's covered in talcum powder, so sometimes it's a bit difficult. but you can get it really thin, and then you can make whatever it is you want with it. So I've got it sort of pushed all over the mantlet, and as you can see, it is a tad on the rough side, but that's fine, because just got to get everything to sort of to the right position. Use one of these silicone tools to sort of mold it and get it there, and then we can get it all into place around there. Trying to get a zoom in on it. So that's the cover over the mantlet. Really quite pleased with it. It's the first time I've ever done it, so obviously it could probably have been better, but I'm quite pleased with it, and the end of the barrel's done as well. So that's how to do a mantlet cover using green scene stuff, and this is now starting to go really hard, so that's obviously going to mean that lot's going to set, and I think once everything's painted and weathered and everything, it'll look really good. So now that's pretty much the whole of the tank done, apart from I still have to put these parts in properly. I mean, they're just sitting there at the moment, but yeah, getting all that done, and then can start adding the flail. So anyway, I hope you found that interesting. I hope you found that useful, and we'll see you on the next video. Bye for now.